Hey there, my fellow Disney fans. Did you grow up watching Winnie the Pooh and mastering the art of Disney World navigation? Well, listen up, because some major changes are happening at the happiest place on Earth, and they're shaking things up big time. Some of our beloved childhood memories might be hitting the road. Sad, I know, but it's time to say goodbye to the good old days, or at least the versions we remember. A new Winnie the Pooh movie is out, but unfortunately, it's not quite the cute and cuddly version we all know and love. Definitely not for the kiddos or the faint-hearted. This one's got some serious edge to it. And get this, it's not even made or distributed by Disney. Now, you might be thinking, why isn't Disney doing something about it? They've got all the legal power in the world. Well, the thing is, their hands are tied. And honestly, they don't really care because they're still making a boatload of money. I mean, even with their recent price hikes, Disney Plus is crushing it, beating out even good old Netflix. So yeah, it's a weird situation. But hold up, how did we even get here? Why is Disney suddenly helpless even when other people are stealing their ideas and using their characters as they please? Well, here's the scoop on the whole saga. Alright, so you remember Winnie the Pooh and his buddies, right? They lived in the 100-Acre Wood with Christopher Robin and had all sorts of adventures. Well, here's the thing. Our favourite bear and his crew have gone public. And no, I'm not talking about some juicy scandal. I'm talking about the original book that introduced them to the world. It was written by A.A. Milne and came out way back in 1926. And get this, as of January the 1st, 2022, it's fair game for anyone to use however they want. Now, while this might sound like good news for some people, especially Disney rivals, it's definitely not a time of jubilation in the Mouse House. They no longer hold any rights to the material they've had a grip on for nearly a century. The only exception is Tigger, who will remain sole property of Disney until 2024. So you might be wondering what's the big deal about Winnie the Pooh entering the public domain. Well, let me put it in simple terms. You see, for a long time, using Pooh and his gang was strictly off limits unless you had some serious cash to burn in legal fees. But now it's a free-for-all. Anyone can use these adorable characters as they please without fear of being sued. Yes, I said anyone. Now that Winnie the Pooh is out in the public domain, it's free game for production companies to whip up their own versions of the 100-Acre Wood Gang. And let's be real, the possibilities are endless. Who knows, we might get a hardcore kick-butt action flick starring Pooh and his pals, or a sizzling hot romance novel featuring Eeyore and Kanga. Hey, don't judge. It could happen. I mean, someone went and created a horror slasher movie titled Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. And let me tell you, there's way more blood than honey in this one. Definitely not what anyone was expecting, to be honest. I mean, sure, we've always known Pooh had a bit of a dark side. I mean, the dude's obsessed with honey after all. But this is taking things to a whole new level. If you're a huge Pooh fan, you might want to steer clear of this one. Unless, of course, you're into that kind of thing. No judgment here. But who knows, maybe it'll become a cult classic in a few years. Stranger things have definitely happened in the 100-Acre Wood. On the bright side, however, it looks like not all of our beloved Winnie the Pooh characters will be up for grabs just yet. That's right, folks. While Pooh and the gang may have entered the public domain, some of the newer additions to the 100-Acre Wood are safe and sound under Disney's protective umbrella. Take Gopher, for example. He may not be as famous as Pooh or Tigger, but he's got something even better going for him. He's still under Disney's copyright for the next 95 years. It's almost like Disney knew this day would come and created Gopher just so they could hold on to something, anything, for a little while longer. And who knows, maybe we'll see some new faces pop up in the Winnie the Pooh universe over the next few decades. Hey, maybe they'll even introduce a new character named Pancake or Waffle because, let's be real, who doesn't love breakfast food? In any case, let's take a moment to appreciate the fact that we can still enjoy some of our favourite Winnie the Pooh characters without fear of them being snatched away from us. Thanks, Gopher! Speaking of beloved classics entering the public domain, Winnie the Pooh is not the only book loved by Disney subscribers whose patent has expired and would be heading straight to the public domain. We've got more beloved classics on the horizon, ready to dive headfirst into the public domain party. First up, we've got Bambi, A Life in the Woods. This gem was published way back in 1923, and now it's ready to roam freely among the masses. It was mostly a coming-of-age story that was adapted into an animation film by Disney in 1942. They took that bad boy and added their special touch, sprinkling in characters like Thumper and Flower. Talk about making it uniquely Disney. These two iconic Disney characters are getting their own movies soon, Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare and Bambi the Reckoning. But here's the catch. They're not your typical feel-good flicks. Nope. They're going to be horror movies just like the Winnie the Pooh movie. How exciting! By 2024, Steamboat Willie and Mickey Mouse are slated to become usable for the general public. Believe it or not, Disney has been fighting to keep Mickey from the public domain for years, but it looks like they've finally given up the fight. And it's not even their fault. Their patent has expired, leaving them high and dry like a baby without a pacifier. Tough luck, Disney. By next year, we'll be seeing a Mickey and Minnie Mouse movie, and who knows what to expect. So get ready, my friends. Your favourite Disney characters are about to join the public domain party, and there's no turning back. It's going to be a wild, copyright-free ride, and we're all invited. Regarding the financial status of Disney, it looks like Disney is having a grand old time, even with Winnie the Pooh and his friends going public. In fact, they're doing so well that they're making all the other streaming services look like small fry. According to The Motley Fool, Disney now has a whopping 234.75 million subscriptions worldwide, with ESPN+, Disney+, and Hulu leaving Netflix in the dust with their measly 230.7 million subscribers. Looks like Mickey Mouse is still the king of the castle after all. Disney's increment in subscribers came from Disney+, which jumped from 138 million subscribers to 152 million in May of 2022. And let's not forget about Hulu and ESPN+, which also had a nice little growth spurt. Hulu went from 45.6 million to 46.2 million subscribers, while ESPN+ jumped from 22.3 million to 22.8 million. But none of these compare to Disney's astronomical growth. Since launching in 2015, Netflix has gone on to produce many hit movies and TV shows like Stranger Things, Bridgerton, Wednesday, and The Witcher. And get this, they've got 4 different pricing options ranging from cheap and cheerful at $6.99 to ballin' out of control at $22.99 a month. It all depends on how many screens you want to stream on, how high quality you want your picture, and whether you want to see pesky ads or not. Disney, on the other hand, launched on December 19, 2019 with a simple pricing plan of $13.99 per month, including 4K support and Dolby Atmos. It's brought us some amazing movies and shows like The Simpsons, Criminal Minds, and The Mandalorian. Other than the fact that Netflix has been losing subscribers to rivals like Disney+, HBO Max, and the rest of them, the movie streaming giant is faced with other pressing issues like losing some of the shows that bring in the most money. As of 2022, some of the content that was predicted to be removed when the deal expires are the Sonic the Hedgehog film, The Wolf of Wall Street, The Gentleman, and SpongeBob. Even with all the noise surrounding Disney's patent losses, they just reported that they raked in $23.51 billion in their first quarter of 2023, an 8% increase in revenue from last year. Now that's some serious cash. The big boss says they're gonna start making some big changes to make their creative teams even better and make their shareholders even happier. Plus, they're working on some cool strategies to keep making bank from their streaming biz and subscribers even when times get tough. Now that's how you make a comeback. Disney may have lost their patent on Winnie the Pooh and might be losing Mickey Mouse too. But guess what? The investors at Disney are not pulling out. In fact, they're getting some major attention and they seem to be enjoying the spotlight. You know what they say, any publicity is good publicity, right? And let's face it, in business, there are lots of ups and downs, so you've got to get your strap on for the ride. Just like that crazy roller coaster Space Mountain. That thing is wild. Anyway, the bigwigs at Disney are committed to turning things around and making Mickey and Friends profitable again by 2024. People are wondering what's going to happen next and if Disney can stay on top without their most beloved characters. Well, we're no crystal ball, but here's what we think. Disney is like a genie. They've got plenty of magic to spare. Losing those patents might sting for a bit, but it's not going to make the whole kingdom crumble. They've still got tons of other awesome characters and franchises that are sure to keep them in the game. So yeah, they might hit a bump or two along the way, but we're betting on Disney to keep ruling the kingdom for a long time to come. And that's a wrap for today's video. Despite the challenges faced by Disney with some of their characters entering the public domain, Disney is still going strong and dominating the streaming world with their massive number of subscribers. It's always exciting to see what classic stories will be available to the public in the coming years. We've heard Superman and Batman are next in line. Watch out, DC. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join the Rise family for more entertaining and informative videos on all things pop culture and beyond. We've got you covered with the latest business news. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you in our next video.